Hi friends, this is Narmata, Cognitive System AIDS from Katpaham Academy of Higher Education. In last lecture series, we have seen the concept of SQL queries with three different properties of relational database management system, and today lecture series we have seen about the concept of DFD and ER diagram. So DFD, it's a very important concept in RDBMS. The relational database model mainly concentrated for database systems. How the database systems are represented in graphical mode using some symbols. That symbol is a DFD. The DFD, it is one of the map type of information. In the information, it's related to flow of diagram and the symbol notations. So there are three kind of creators can create the DFD symbols. It is a graphical representation. It represents whole process of the system. Then the symbols and notation creators are Jordan and Cord, Jordan and DeMargo, and Gann and Sargent. So these three creators create some of the symbol notations. So using the symbol notation, we can clarify all the project representation in RDBMS. So in RDBMS, we need a table representation and the data store representation, then how the data are going one table to another table. So these representation is only possible in one type of note is called as a DFD diagram. In the DFD diagram, it's represent four different kind of symbols. So in the symbols are represent external entity is a rectangle symbol. In the symbol is used in Jordan and DeMargo. These creators are creating the rectangle symbol using the external entity, and the same as Gann and Sargent symbol using the same symbol of rectangle, and the process Jordan and DeMargo process is circle and the rounded rectangle in Gann and Sargent. Then data store, we have to use open rectangle and one side open rectangle in Gann Sargent process. Then the data flow is commonly used for the arrow mark symbol, that is omnidirection, left direction, right direction. Maximum we have to use the symbol of directions. So these four symbol of directions mainly concentrated for the DFD processing method. Next, we will continue with the concept of DFD levels. So there are three kind of DFD levels: zeroth level of DFD, first level of DFD, and second level of DFD. The three levels are very important in DFD process. The first, zeroth level, for example, we have to take a railway reservation processing method. So all the reservation systems is come under the online process. So what are the need in passenger? The passenger need the train information and the reservation information, and what is the cancellation information or needed in the passenger, and the administrator of the railway system. So they update day to day, updating their information, train information and reservation and cancel of information and passenger information. So this is a overall outline process of railway reservation processing method. So that is a zeroth level of DFD. So in the zeroth level is a basic level of DFD diagram. So in the DFD, we can see this DFD using the symbol of process railway reservation. The railway reservation, it's activate every day, activate every minute. Railway reservation process using the symbol of circle. So in the process, it's represent two entities, that is passenger entity and the admin entity. The passenger needs some of the information from the railway system, then the railway system needs some of the information from the passenger. So all the entities and tables are related together. So the 0th level DFD, it is a overall process of railway reservation system. It is a simple method to verify all the information and all the systematic method in railway information system in 0th level. Then the first level of DFD, it will take one process. For example, we have to take a passenger. The passenger, they are activating their railway system, means they are downloading the railway reservation processing app. Then it include the ticket information and all type of information. So whatever they need, they search their information. So they get the information from the admin of railway reservation system. So that is one part of entity or one part of process, how they in depth of informations are regulated in the processing method using the first level of DFD. Then the second level of DFD, it explain about all over the type of processing method in railway reservation system. It includes admin process, cancellation process, what is the time, exact time come to the train in the platform, what are the informations are available, what is the nearby hotels are available, what is the where is the restroom. So there is some availability process in railway reservation system. So all kind of overall processing method we explain in the second level of DFD. In the DFD also explain in the diagrammatic representation. In the diagrammatic representation, it's very easy to study and it easy to read all the concept of reservation methods. Next we will discuss about the concept of ER diagram. So entity, it is a piece of data that stored the information in the database. So every data we need exactly data and correct data are stored in the databases. So how to retrieve the data from the databases? In the concept we included in the graphical representation in ER model. The entity, it's mainly concentrated for one entity is one table. For example, student database is one entity. So in the student database table, it includes many variety of attributes, many variety of symbols. Next we will discuss about the concept of entity relationship model. Entity is a piece of data that stored the information in the database area. The database, it's a very important one. What are the data we need in a particular situation? That type of data we have to take from the database area. That means a table. A correct data are stored in the table area. So whenever we want, we can retrieve the data from the database table. So entity relationship. So how the entities are related? The collection of entity is called as entity set. So in the entity relationship diagram, it's a very easy diagram. In the diagram, it's converted into a relational database model. So in the database model, it related to the real world modeling systems of the every object. Then it is no require for the technical support, no hardware support. We need a simple symbols used to joining all the tables and database areas. So some of the symbols, specified symbols are used in the ER modeling. These symbols are rectangle symbol, then ellipse symbol and diamond symbol, then line symbol, then double ellipse symbol and double rectangle symbol. So these symbols are mainly concentrated to overall process of a project and overall process of table relationship. For example, rectangle, we have to set the entity of every rectangle. Then ellipse shape, it is represent as a processing of every rectangle table. Then diamond shape, it represent one table it has related to the other table using the diamond shape. It's also represent how the data are shared. So data sharing we usually used to the lines, that is arrow marks, single line, multi-valued lines also used. The double ellipse, in the double ellipse is used to the multi-valued attributes. In the multi-valued attributes, for example, we need only one attributes in the address, but it separated the 4 field, that is street number, street name, city, state, zip code. So there is a 5 different kind of concepts are updated in the single attributes of address. So depends on the values, the data are separated. So we need a exact data, means we are dividing the concept in the multi-valued attributes. And other than that, weak entity, that is a double rectangle. So weak entity, it's for example, it's a loan process. Loan process, whenever we repayment of our money is used to the loan amount. For example, we pay 20 years of loan amount, means if I had money for that 1 year payment, so that payment we pay before of the year. So that is that type of representation we usually used in the weak entity. Finally, we go for the components of ER model. So mainly we concentrated for 3 components, that is entities, attributes, relationship. So these 3 things are represented in the symbols. So the entity, we represent a strong entity and weak entity. So whenever we change the values, means weak entity, we may not change the values is used in the strong entity. The strong entity, it's mainly concentrated and used for the primary key. The primary key supported for the strong entity, we cannot change the values anywhere. So that we use the strong entity. Weak entity, we may change, depends on the customer desire. It may be change, means weak entity, using the weak entity. So it's also included for the symbol representation. Then the attribute, we already know the key attributes. Key attributes, it's include the key values, primary key, foreign key values. Then composite attributes, it's used for the address. Then multi-valued attributes, for example, phone number. So one student have 2 different kind of phone numbers. Then derived attributes, it's maybe change year by year. For example, student age. So age, it will be changed year by year. Then the relationship, these relationship already we know, one-to-one relationship, one-to-many relationship, then many-to-one relationship and many-to-many relationship. So these 3 components mainly concentrated for ER diagram. Let us come to the end of the session. I hope all or understand the concept of DFD and ER diagram. Next class we discuss about the concept of RDBMS, operators and classes. Thank you.